in position and they're not going to rattle around when he picks it up. He checks that the jamming handles are just nipped up and not too tight, because he doesn't want to struggle and fumble around while trying to set the tripod up. The number two, he's examining the machine gun, making sure that it's going to work. There's a slide tray underneath which has to be opened. If that's not open, then the gun will jam. The number three, he checks that the ammunition is in the box and it's all there, and that the condenser can has got water in it. Now, the object of the condenser can is, as the gun is a water-cooled weapon, when it fires, water is boiling, steam is produced inside the jacket, steam has to escape, and that rubber hose now condenses the steam back to water. So when you see that on the gun, most people think it's a flamethrower. No, not the case. It's actually condensing the water. So once they've done their checks, they then report back to me with
ammunition and condenser correct! Gun correct! Tripod correct! All is correct!
Right, now I will give them the order to
mount the gun!
And the number one rushes forward to a given spot. Now, as you can see, it's quite a heavy weapon to run a tripod to run around with. 50 pounds in weight. He's already carrying 45, 50 pounds in equipment, and it's not an easy task. He sits down behind the tripod and pulls out the front and rear pins. Within seconds, the number two is there with the machine gun, and they both help put the gun on the tripod. It's not just left to one man. As soon as the number two lays down, within seconds the number three is in position. He then connects the condenser hose to the machine gun. The number one is now ready, waiting for my command. The number two, as you can see, he's raised his arm. Now that is an indication to me, as their section NCO, that they are ready. I could be standing 20 yards away, but at least I can see that they're ready for my next command.
At 1800. Belt, blank ammunition, load! Enemy in front. Rapid fire! Unload!
Now that was absolutely music to my ears. We had very few problems with this machine gun on this shoot here. Prior to this, on the exercise they had earlier this morning, we had nothing but problems with the feed belt. The biggest problem with the machine gun, or its Achilles heel, was the feeding. If the rounds weren't set up perfectly in the cloth belt, the gun would jam. This is why it would take